Alright, so UFC 310 is this weekend, and the co-main event is Ian the Cock Fairy versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. This is actually a great fight, okay, but I just think this is a complete mismatch, okay? Shavkat, man, Shavkat's a different type of fighter, man. This guy's primal, okay, man? Okay, I want to give my breakdown for it. Let me know who you're picking for the co-main event, whether it's Ian Garry or Shavkat Rakhmonov. And while you're down there, I'd appreciate if you could like and subscribe. Hopefully we can hit 500 subs by the end of the year. But look, bro, we hit 400 subs today, which is actually crazy. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for the support. It genuinely means a lot. Anyway, let me get into the video. Now, I was going to meme a bit about this fight because Ian Garry is a very, very funny fighter, and so is Shavkat. But look, I think there's quite a lot to break down here, so there's literally no time for this, okay? We need to get straight into the breakdown. Now, I think the fight basically comes down to this one area being the clinch, okay? Because look, Shavkat is a guy who, he's not really a like Habib or like Hamza type wrestler where he's, shooting across the octagon, ankle picking you and taking you down. It's not really what he does. He basically, because of his Sambo background, he gets you against the fence, he breaks you down and then trips you, and that's how he really, gets his takedowns. But Ian Garry does have a, strong judo background, I believe. So he might be able to avoid it, but it really comes down to one thing for Ian Garry, which I think is going to be a huge weakness for him. It's quite literally his weakness, okay? He's not a very strong guy, okay? He's, very tall for the division, which can't be good for his muscle. And on top of that, he's a vegan, okay? As much as that sounds like a joke, like him being a vegan is like a huge detriment to his strength. And when you find a guy like Shavkat, who is like, this guy is, a lot of strength, okay? This guy is very, very strong in the clinch. On top of that, he's going to be more skilled than Ian Garry. I think it's just not good for him, okay? Look, because Ian Garry is a guy who gets put into clinch situations quite a lot, okay? And that's not good for him, okay? In this fight, I think he's going to be actively trying to avoid the clinch with Shavkat Rakhmonov just because he knows how much more powerful Shavkat is and, how much more skilled he is there. I think that's going to be something that Ian Garry team is going to actively try to avoid in the fight. So we're probably going to be seeing it less than he does in the other fights. But the thing is, in the other fights, he clinches quite a lot, even in the Neil Magny fight, even in the Jeff Neal fight, where like fights that he was winning clearly, like he was still getting clinched up quite a bit. Like even in the Neil Magny fight, Ian Garry was still being put in the clinch like at times, which is actually insane. But the Jeff Neal fight, he was in the clinch so much. It's like, if a guy like Jeff Neal can put you in the clinch situation like that, imagine what a guy like Shavkat is going to do, okay? Because now you have a guy like Ian Garry who's fighting a guy like Shavkat who excels in the clinch. It's just, it doesn't look good because I just know at some point, okay, I don't think he's going to get taken down the first two or like, I don't know, like 3 times. I think Shavkat probably will struggle to get a takedown on Ian Garry just because Ian Garry's probably been practicing for this. He's been waiting for this moment to get in the clinch with Shavkat and avoid it. I think he's going to be fairly good the first 2 times. But the thing is, I think he's just going to make a mistake at some point. Or maybe he'll just get overpowered by Shavkat. And, maybe just get like overwhelmed. And then Shavkat will just trip him, take him down. Ian Garry will make a mistake. And then he'll end up on his back. And now this is where it all goes wrong for Ian Garry, okay? Because Shavkat, again, way stronger and obviously the way more skilled grappler on the ground, okay? The grappling between these guys is not even close at all, okay? We've seen Ian Garry's jiu-jitsu level against MVP. I mean, this guy is not good at all, okay? He had a fish out of water MVP. MVP was looking like the Rizzler when he lost his mother. And he still could not even submit MVP or do any damage to him on the ground. His jiu-jitsu, like even skill-wise, is not like very good at all, okay? He doesn't really seem, it doesn't seem that good at all, okay? Because I know he's training with Charles Oliveira and Damian Maia. But it's like what we see in the octagon, he's clearly like not that good on the ground. He's not very skilled at all. Meanwhile, Shavkat Rakhmonov, his top pressure is crazy, okay? I know a lot of people say this, but I like genuinely, when Shavkat is on top of you, it seems impossible to get off when you're on the bottom, okay? Like, I don't think anyone's been able to do it from my knowledge, but like, bro, the Neil Magny fight, the Wonder Boy fight, like, bro, when Shavkat is on top of you, like, again, it's just like, it seems like impossible to get out of, okay? Like, Shavkat is very good at just staying on top of you, and on top of that, finding a choke, Shavkat just jumps on every single choke. Like, when he sees something, he just grabs onto it. And I think at some point, Ian Garry is just going to make a mistake getting up from his back, okay? He's going to try and, get up, and maybe he'll give up his back, or maybe Shavkat will literally just overpower him on the ground, find like an arm triangle or something. But I think Ian Garry is just going to make a mistake trying to get up and get caught in a rear naked choke. Because Ian Garry, again, I just don't think the skill level of his grappling is all there yet, okay? I think Ian Garry, this guy hasn't really fought anyone who's actually like a tough test, okay? He fought like a terrible version of Jeff Neal. He fought Neil Magny, okay, and he couldn't even finish Neil Magny, okay, so he's just like slightly better than Mike Malott. And then he fought MVP, who literally doesn't even know how to grapple, okay? This guy's never taken a jiu-jitsu class. And it's just like, bro, Ian Garry's not that good, okay? Like, I just don't see it, why people glaze him so much. But look, on the feet, On the feet is slightly different. I think it's like a bit closer than it is on the ground, okay? Ian Garry is a good striker. Not an elite striker. I just think he's good, okay? Because people act like Ian Garry is this, oh my god, bro, he's gonna one-punch knock out Shavkat Rakhmonov, when that's just never going to happen. Because look, bro, Shavkat has a granite chin. People always shit on like Shavkat's head movement, but that just doesn't make any sense, okay? Because it's all based on the Jeff Neal fight. Like, and even then, his head movement really was not even bad, or like his defense wasn't bad. He was just getting caught coming in because Jeff Neal was a very hard guy to like hit. The version of Jeff Neal we saw that night was very, very good. Unlike the version we saw against Ian Garry, who I don't even know what he was doing. Okay, this guy was like, I don't know, just AI generated in that fight. This guy just let someone who looked like him step in and fight Ian Garry. I don't know what that was, but look, bro, Shavkat has an insane chin, okay? This guy was eating shots from Jeff Neal, okay? Eating shots from Jeff Neal. Ian Garry is not Jeff Neal, bro. This guy has no power in his hands, okay? Genuinely, all his knockouts, like, with his hands, have, like, been from, like, volume, or, like, even, you look at the Song Kanan one, it was from, like, a combination. Like, it was a combination, and then Song Kanan, I don't even know what happened, he just kind of, like, fell over. It's a CJ clip, whatever, but, look, bro, it's Song Kanan as well, bro. Like, Ian Garry doesn't really have, like, crazy power in his hands. Shavkat does. Shavkat has crazy power almost everywhere. Like, this guy can really finish Ian Garry on the feet. I think he's going to struggle a bit with Ian Garry, specifically, like, the jab and, like, the leg kicks, bro. I think the leg kicks might be a problem for Shavkat, and I think the jab will probably be an issue as well. But I think at some point, maybe Shavkat will be able to catch a kick or something, or maybe time it off a leg kick, you know, a takedown. I just think Ian Garry, he's going to be the cleaner fighter on the feet. I think the jab, again, like I said, is going to get to him a lot. But I don't think Shavkat's going to respect the power coming back from Ian Garry. And he'll probably just rush forward and maybe catch him with something. Maybe Ian Garry does catch him with something clean while he's, like, coming in. And, you know, maybe, like, wobble Shavkat. But, like, I don't know. I think Shavkat's going to be able to, like, finish it before then. And just, like, be able to take him down or something. I really don't see this being on the feet, like, a crazy amount. Or at least when it is on the feet, I think it's going to be a lot of stalling, okay? I think it's going to be a lot of stalling. Or, like, Shavkat pressuring and then, you know, they get put into a clinch or Shavkat shoots a takedown or something. I think it's going to be like Ian Garry just hits Shavkat with a right hand when he's coming in and just bam, out. Or maybe Shavkat knocks out Ian Garry. I just don't see it coming because Shavkat is actually a pretty good striker. I don't know why no one really gives him credit for it. Like, this guy is actually a really, really good striker, a very elite striker, and people just pretend like he's a bot, bro, on the feet. Like, I don't know where this has come from. Again, he outstruck Jeff Neal way better than Ian Garry did. Ian Garry just kind of, like, kneed him in the clinch, and that was really it. I don't know. I think Shavkat, I think he'll be fine on the feet, and I think at some point he's going to be able to pressure Ian Garry and take him down. I'm going to go with Shavkat by probably like a round 3 submission. I don't know how else he could. I just don't see a, you know, a decision or maybe even a KO on the feet. Same with Ian Garry. I just don't see him getting, you know, KOing Shavkat, submitting him, or even like decision. Like, I just don't think this fight is even going to go to a decision, if I'm being honest, bro. I think Shavkat's going to be able to get it done with under 3 rounds, get a submission. Probably a rear naked choke while Ian Garry's trying to get back up or something, or Ian Garry makes a mistake, ends up on his back, gets choked out. Like, I don't know. I don't see anything else happening. Like, this fight, I don't get it at all. I don't know why Ian Garry's so, like, I think people are just picking him to rage bait. I don't understand it at all. But anyway, that's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I just wanted to say thank you so much for 400 subs. It's actually crazy that we've made it this far, okay? I thought I was going to get, like, maybe 100 subs in my first year on YouTube, which is actually insane to think about. That was... I had absolutely no faith in myself, but whatever, bro. 400 subs is actually crazy, bro. I really think we could hit 500 subs by the end of the year. Anyway, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. All right.